Good morning, traders. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency. Sorry for the small delay with this video. Usually I try to make it earlier in the morning, but I couldn't make it, unfortunately. Next time, definitely better. If you're interested, by the way, in our live trading ideas, our live analysis and setups, check out ecs.LIVE. We had some great trades this week. Pound dollar, pound yen, all about 170 pips. Euro odd as well, profit a little bit less, but 80 pips. Netted had some great trades with the CAN-MACD setups, all good winners, or most good winners as well. And Netted recently making his account grow from $10,000 to $50,000 in about, I think, 8 or 9 months. So check out ecs.LIVE if you're curious about more information about that. All right, let's move on. Euro dollar here, 4-hour chart, and well, it's breaking to the upside here. To be honest, I was looking for a little bit deeper correction here. I was bullish, but I was looking for price to hit 109.70 or 109.50. I had this fib on. I'm not sure if I shared that in the video on Monday or with the ecs.LIVE members. You know, it's blurred. I'm not sure what I showed to whom anymore, but I was looking for a deeper fib, 50, 61.8 fib. That's the zone I thought would be the kind of bouncing reversal spot, but it bounced earlier, and that sometimes can happen. I think that the 38.2 fib is a little bit shallower, but it was also Brexit news that pushed the euro dollar up at the time, positive Brexit news, and it never really went down anymore. This, I think, candle was crucial right here, right? Because this was still a big wick, so that indicated indecision for upside. But the candle after that, showing buyers stepping in the 20-minute EMA zone, and indeed price after that moving up higher. So I think that there was an ABC correction completed, a simple correction basically, and uptrend it goes. So for the moment, I'm looking again up, and I think that more upside is likely, and we're looking, I think, for continuation higher. So this, to me, 5 waves up, ABC down. At this moment, looking for continuation on lower time frames. Let's take a look at the hourly chart. There we go, and we can see that I think specifically this breakout on the hourly chart was critical. It was the second breakout or third breakout. Those typically work best. Moving averages were aligned to the upside, and this was then the third breakout. As you can see, 1, 2, 3. Those typically, with the trend, do pretty well, and that's what happened. Price steaming ahead, then went sideways, consolidation zone. Yeah, unfortunately, if I had made this video a few hours ago, I would have said that this is a consolidation zone with a widening gap between 21 EMA and 144 EMA, and price making a correction above the 20 EMA, likely to continue higher. Unfortunately, as I said, I wasn't able to do that on time. But this looks like a wave 1. I'm not sure about the wave patterns exactly at this moment. It's not that important. But I think that this is completing a wave 5. Wave 3, excuse me. And so let me get rid of this fib right here. Hang on. There we go. Let me put on this fib. There we go. And I think it should go to minus 61.8 target, 111.30. That's where the wave 3 could end, and there could be a wave 4 pullback. So let me put a fib on that particular part if it stops at 111.30. Of course, I'm now talking about a future fib. So let's see how far this pushes. But if price stops around here, or wherever it stops, that's why I put from here to here. And I'm looking for a pullback basically into 111, 110, 86. That's the 23 into 38, maybe the 50 fib max. I would say 110.75. Those are typically bouncing spots for waves 4, and I would expect a continuation higher for another continuation higher. Basically, this could be wave 3, 4, and then 5 of a bigger wave 3 even. So the target of that could be 111.60, 112, maybe even 112.40. Right? We'll have to see how far this pushes up, but those could be the targets of that wave 5. Now, if it completes a wave 5 of wave 3, then there should be another wave 4 consolidation. It could go even higher, but that's probably something that is more for next week. That's something I'll discuss in the next video next week and discuss that. In the meantime, upside 30 pips, 50 pips maybe, retracement and continuation is likely. Then we'll see at the end of this week how this weekly candle ends. If it's again bullish like that, that's 3 weeks in a row already. 2 weeks ago, this looked bullish. This was another confirmation. 3 in a row is just a super confirmation. So that could really indicate the end of this downtrend, and a continuation higher towards maybe even 115 eventually. But for the moment, 112.50 I think is a fine target for this week and next week. All right, so keep an eye on this weekly candle. That's about it for the euro dollar. Up, down, up to 111.50, 11.75. That's what I'm looking for the euro dollar. Now, pound dollar had a lot of upside, and that's not something that we didn't, it's not surprising what we expected actually on the pound dollar. This was a very bullish candle, expected a break of the high of last week. All of that happened indeed. We had a retracement and continuation exactly as expected. Now, how much this can push, I don't know. It is already getting into a zone that I would consider that maybe not that much space left, right? Minus 61.8 target is around the corner. So a little bit push up, yes, could be possible. If it can go beyond that, I think, let's face it, it depends on the Brexit. We have this weekend, I believe, today, tomorrow, Saturday, I don't know, all kind of Brexit deals and EU and UK talking to each other. Well, let's face it, if there's going to be a deal, it could break the minus 61.8 target and the round 130 level. If there's no deal, then obviously it could crash a lot. This is an ABC zigzag, perhaps. So downtrend it could be if it ultimately fails, and there's uncertainty about what could happen then by the end of October. If there's a high chance of a deal, well then I don't think the minus 61.8 target or 130 will hold it, and there could be even a follow through that. So that's something that remains to be seen. From a technical point of view, this ABC was expected, and this was something we traded very nicely. Upside here, downside here, up, down, up, and up. All of that basically were trades that were analyzed and traded. So very, very nicely, twice actually up here on the pound dollar. So I'm very happy with the pound and its movement. Now at this moment, then it took another long and closed already for profits. In fact, with ecs.LIVE. So yes, another win on the pound dollar. Very, very nice price movements, and we're catching a lot of those pips through ecs.LIVE. But anyhow, let me take a look at 1 hour chart. All right, so this was those 2 days where we had such a tremendous 250 pip rally. Then we had a correction as expected, continuation higher because of that, because there was so much momentum. A break of this top was therefore likely. All right, so let's recap. So that's what we got. We had a slow push up here, but then got a break, and that's was a good breakout. Another correction, break, another correction, break. So that's behind us at this moment, slowing down a little bit. So if I would have been analyzing it this morning, right here, I would have said this is looking bullish in my view again, as Nana did too. Now, momentum is certainly there. Look at this hourly candle. 4 hour candle too. Daily candles as well. So I have to go with the 50-minute chart. This is tremendous bullish. Maybe there's Brexit news going on right now. I didn't check, this very second. So I don't know, but I'm reading now actually breaking news that the pound dollar is surging on reports of a Brexit deal actually right now. So that's just in. So that's a few minutes ago. So we're seeing it live right now, because this is basically skyrocketing from 128 to 129 in literally 45 minutes. It's very impulsive at this moment. So yeah, I mean, this is difficult to catch at this moment. Nenad had already a trade from this consolidation zone basically with ecs.LIVE, and he already took profit due to the volatility. In fact, not sure how much he gained. I think that this could continue higher then, if that is indeed the case. If reporters are saying in Brussels that a Brexit deal has been agreed, saying there's white smoke from the chief EU negotiator Barnier, well then yes, then this could be very bullish. It could be, in that case, I wouldn't be too worried about the minus 61.8 target and 130 level, but I would like to see some retracement first. I would like to see some consolidation pattern, a flag, a triangle, a break of that. Looks absolutely bullish to me. It's breaking through this trend line. So we had 1, 2, third break of the high already, but with this momentum, that doesn't really worry me too much that it's kind of slowing down. If it breaks through this trend line, you know, and with such a volatility in such a candle, I'm not too worried about it. We could put a fib from here to here. I would look for 23, 38, consolidation pattern of 15, continuation higher likely. Then throughout the night, bull flag, tomorrow, continuation higher likely. I would be careful with over the weekend. I'm not going to keep any trades over the weekend. I'm going to close everything before the weekend. Normally, I'm not necessarily doing that as a rule, but in this case, there's too much risk. So I would definitely close anything before the weekend. Who knows what the gaps could be. But after the weekend, I'll do a new video, of course. But any triangle, any bull flag patterns, any small retracements here, shallow retracements, 23, 38 of these strong candles, absolutely, in my view, continuation higher likely, and a breakout continuation very likely. Here we had breakout. Nenad had here a pullback trade. I think he had another one here. I'm not sure about that anymore. So yeah, it's interesting. You know, it's good to see such a price volatility again. It was a long time ago. Here 250 pips. Here 250 pips. Even from here 300 pips. A little bit slower, but still. And now again, what was the low here? Again, 200 pips in just a matter of hours. It's good to see that. You know, I'm enjoying that. Even though I'm not in this particular push up due to personal reasons, I wasn't able to trade this morning. But then I did, so I'm happy for him. And I traded luckily some other parts of this upside here from here to here and from here to here. But yeah, I think that but I think there's more remaining, and there's more possible. Retracement, continuation, looking for patterns on 15 and 1 hour world. At the end of this week, there's probably going to be, if things are anything like they are now, very bullish candle like this. So next week, small retracement, continuation, very likely. All right, that's it for now. Sorry for the lengthy video here. I hope I didn't bore you too much, but you know, it's I'm just looking at these 5-minute candles, and it's just 50 pips here, 40 pips here on this 5-minute candle, 70 pips so far on this 5-minute candle. So yeah, it was quite intriguing me. So as we do this live, you know, this doesn't happen every day necessarily. So these 5-minute candles are quite interesting. So that's it for now. See you all very soon in the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.